Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Remove the inner part or the core of. A small valley between mountains. He built himself a cabin in a hollow high up in the Appalachians. Remove the interior of. Hollow out a tree trunk. Devoid of significance or force. A hollow victory. A depression hollowed out of solid matter. A cavity or space in something. Hunger had caused the hollows in their cheeks. As if echoing in a hollow space. The hollow sound of footsteps in the empty ballroom. Lacking in substance or character. A hollow person. Not solid, having a space or gap or cavity. A hollow wall. Turn up, loosen, or remove earth. Remove, harvest, or recover by digging. Dig salt. The site of an archaeological exploration. They set up camp next to the dig. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. She takes a dig at me every chance she gets. The act of touching someone suddenly with your finger or elbow. She gave me a sharp dig in the ribs. Remove the inner part or the core of. The act of digging. Create by digging. Dig a hole. Get the meaning of something. Poke or thrust abruptly. Work hard. She was digging away at her math homework. A small gouge, as in the cover of a book. The book was in good condition except for a dig in the back cover. Thrust down or into. Dig the oars into the water. Find by digging in the ground. Recover through digging. Schliemann excavated Troy. Remove the inner part or the core of. The mining company wants to excavate the hillside. Form by hollowing. Carnegie had a lake excavated for Princeton University's rowing team. Utter a sudden loud cry. A small valley between mountains. Complain. What was he hollering about? A very loud utterance, like the sound of an animal. Shout out. He hollered out to surrender our weapons. Remove the interior of. Remove the interior of. Hollow out a tree trunk. Leave behind empty. Move out of. Excrete or discharge from the body. Needing nourishment. After skipped lunch, the men were empty by supper time. Devoid of significance or force. Empty promises. Become empty or void of its content. A container that has been emptied. Emptied of emotion. After the violent argument, he felt empty. Holding or containing nothing. An empty glass. Make void or empty of contents. Remove. Devoid of significance or force. Vacuous comments. Devoid of intelligence or thought. A vacuous mind. Devoid of matter. A vacuous space. Informal terms for a difficult situation. 1 playing period, from tee to green, on a golf course. He played 18 holes. Hit the ball into the hole. Informal terms for the mouth. A depression hollowed out of solid matter. A fault. He shot holes in my argument. An opening deliberately made in or through something. An opening into or through something. An unoccupied space. Make holes in. Having no meaning or direction or purpose. A meaningless endeavor. Producing no result or effect. Having no meaning or direction or purpose. Having a tendency to reverberate or be repeatedly reflected. A reverberant room. Lacking material form or substance, unreal. As insubstantial as a dream. Lacking solidity or strength. Vinyl siding has become the standard bearer for cheap, insubstantial construction. Lacking in nutritive value. An insubstantial and unsatisfying meal. Lacking material form or substance, unreal. Lacking material form or substance, unreal. Contrived by art rather than nature. Lacking in reality or substance or genuineness, not corresponding to acknowledged facts or criteria. Ghosts and other unreal entities. Not actually such, being or seeming fanciful or imaginary. This conversation is getting more and more unreal. Constituting a tube. Having hollow tubes, as for the passage of fluids. Constituting a tube. Having hollow tubes, as for the passage of fluids. Filled with vascular sinuses and capable of becoming distended and rigid as the result of being filled with blood. Being or suggesting a cavern. Vast cavernous chambers hollowed out of limestone. Having a sunken area. Hollow and tube shaped like a reed. Hollow and tube shaped like a reed. Hollow and tube shaped like a reed. Of or pertaining to or resembling a fistula. Having a sunken area. Resembling an alcove. Having a sunken area. Hunger gave their faces a sunken look. Constituting a tube. Having hollow tubes, as for the passage of fluids. Constituting a tube. Having hollow tubes, as for the passage of fluids. Constituting a tube. Having hollow tubes, as for the passage of fluids. Break from a meeting or gathering. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. This machine withdraws heat from the environment. Cause to be returned. Lose interest. Retire gracefully. Pull back or move away or backward. Keep away from others. Take back what one has said. Make a retreat from an earlier commitment or activity. Withdraw from active participation. Release from something that holds fast, connects, or entangles. Remove, a commodity, from, a supply source. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Be capable of holding or containing. This box won't take all the items. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Take the gun from your pocket. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. I don't take sugar in my coffee. Make a film or photograph of something. Take a scene. Be designed to hold or take. This surface will not take the dye. Require time or space. Take somebody somewhere. Can you take me to the main entrance? Have sex with. Archaic use. He had taken this woman when she was most vulnerable. Have with oneself. Have on one's person. She always takes an umbrella. Receive or obtain regularly. We take the Times every day. Admit into a group or community. Head into a specified direction. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Take into consideration for exemplifying purposes. Assume, as of positions or roles. Interpret something in a certain way. Convey a particular meaning or impression. How should I take this message? Lay claim to, as of an idea. Accept or undergo, often unwillingly. Make use of or accept for some purpose. Take a risk. Take something or somebody with oneself somewhere. Engage for service under a term of contract. Shall we take a guide in Rome? Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Get into one's hands, take physically. Can you take this bag, please? Require as useful, just, or proper. It takes nerve to do what she did. Occupy or take on. Receive willingly something given or offered. Be a student of a certain subject. Proceed along in a vehicle. Point or cause to go, blows, weapons, or objects such as photographic equipment, towards. Ascertain or determine by measuring, computing or take a reading from a dial. Take a pulse. Be seized or affected in a specified way. Take sick. Buy, select. I'll take a pound of that sausage. Carry out. Take action. Experience or feel or submit to. Obtain by winning. Winner takes all. Take by force. Take into one's possession. I'll take 3 salmon steaks. The act of photographing a scene or part of a scene without interruption. Travel or go by means of a certain kind of transportation, or a certain route. He takes the bus to work. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Buy and consume food from a restaurant or establishment that sells prepared food. Take out or remove. Take away apart from, diminish. Remove from a certain place, environment, or mental or emotional state. Transport into a new location or state. Get rid of something abstract. Take from a person or place. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Remove a threat. Kill intentionally and with premeditation. Go away or leave. Dispose of. Cause to leave. Get rid of something abstract. The death of her mother removed the last obstacle to their marriage. Shift the position or location of, as for business, legal, educational, or military purposes. He removed his children to the countryside. Degree of figurative distance or separation. Just one remove from madness. Remove from a position or an office.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.